Hi there, my name is Patrick. I own FieldWorks, and this is a very early beta version of a program called DisplayWorks. Right now, it's really just proof of concept. Things are going to change about it pretty rapidly, but the functionality is there big enough, or at least enough to show it off and kind of display what's going on with it. And so that is the purpose of this short video. Um, the idea of the program is that it is a IP-based scoreboard software solution that should be significantly less expensive than comparable programs that are available. We'll do authentication online rather than using a USB key, so essentially there's nothing to ship about it. There's only things that we need to email, license codes and everything. And price point would be under $100 or right at $100, at least for the initial, kind of the first license to any licensee. Um, the idea is that, of course, it is less powerful, like it's not as customizable as the other program that's on the market, but it is adequate enough by far. And so really the idea that this is going to be aimed at people that have in stadium scoreboards but are not willing or able to purchase a $1,500 program. So we can go to the board, we can see we've got just a programmed in number that I've been using for testing, but if we go in links to create a new event and then start it, we can have running time. This running time will be typically on the bottom here, but we will have it be able to be moved between left, right, center, and we can change the font size of it pretty easily. Go back to it and we can see it's much larger. Um, and then we are changing the background. So this black portion here is in theory, quote, the board, and we would want to make it to match up what the computer is displaying if the system is scaling, or we would want to have a one-to-one ratio. So if the board is 720p, this is exactly what we would need. If we wanted it to be if it was a 1080p board, or if it's a 1080p scaled board, we'd want to set it to those numbers and then go from there. But then let's bring up some results. And I'm getting these on from a separate computer, just so you know. So we've got results coming in. Ooh. Once we stop, hide running time, switch to the board. Too many events open at the same time. Here we go. So this is information about this race that was run. We can come back in. We can change the number of lines. And then we can change the line size. So all this scaling is happening dynamically by the program. And a few tweaks to be made. Probably want to give a little bit more space over here on the right from the time perspective. But we can change the number of lines to whatever we want to. And that's what will be displayed. We can change the font. And that's not working at gotta actually set the font. There we go. Now we have a new font. The background color. So we can change all these colors pretty easily. Let's make something hideous if we want to. So right now, this is kind of the basic standard of it, but do plan to integrate logos into it. And but there's plenty of options available. Thinking about where to go with it, but it's a pretty reasonable step in the right direction for, I think, a good program that will find a few number of takers out on the market. And yeah, here you go.